Alright, I have a short video today. I might ramble a little bit about some other stuff that's been going on, coming out and all that mess. But cheers. Very short mail day. Only thing that I had that came in, which very happy to present, from Malevolent Sound. This is the Void Blight Filth Eater split. The CD version, really cool artwork that I believe Justin Bolus secured, and the tape on black shell. What I like so much about this, I mean, besides it's a great release of Death in Black, or Black in Death with Void Blight, and death metal with Filth Eater, is, yeah, the fact that I performed on both sides. With Void Blight, it's kind of a throwback to early Volus material, where it's kind of really chaotic, very suffocating. We also try to get Anthony in on it, and damn, I can't remember who did vocals. This one of the Justin's friends that also did does vocals for multiple bands and has multiple other projects that Justin has put out a couple of, I want to say, but I swear to God I can't think of it right now, so sorry about that. But he presents 5 songs here, and then with mine, Filth Eater, I was only going to kind of match more towards the length of time that the Void Blight side was, which I think was roughly 10 or 11 minutes. But I said, fuck it, I already have these 5 songs. I'm going to just write a whole new album when I go to write it. So I threw all 5 songs on here, which I think comes out to be roughly 15 to 18 minutes. Either way, I think it's a really great EP. I mean, yeah, because of course I played on both sides, but I do like the material outside of that. I usually don't listen to anything I track until official release date. I mean, of course, when I'm mixing it, it's more just making sure everything sounds right. When it finally comes out, that's when I actually sit there and listen and can pick apart musically what I've created or had a hand in, and kind of evaluate if it's like, oh, I should have done this different, or that different, or that really came out better, or I didn't know I had that in me. That's really interesting. Either way, Malevolent Sound, great label. New upstart from my boy Nick Turner. Then that's that. Things that have coming out or just was released. I think it's just today, or it was maybe yesterday. The Paranoid Schizophrenic by Rex Mortier. I might have gotten the label a bit off, but Paranoid Schizophrenic, you can look it up on Metal Archives and see where you can buy the tape for that. Really great revenge styled Black in Death with my friend Jan. Go pick that up. You know, we hopefully will do some more in the future, maybe a little bit longer, who knows. Just depends on how circumstances in life will carry us through, basically. Also, yesterday I just released a new Irregular Vibrations album, or EP. I don't know what you want to call it, because it's 13 songs and a little under 11 minutes. The first release, I think, was only 2 weeks ago, and that was 16 songs in roughly 12 or 13 minutes. I basically made longer songs for this next for this release. But that's going to be up. I have the CDs for the other release, which I've shown on a previous episode of this. Weird to say like that. But I haven't even thrown them up on Bandcamp to show that I have these CDs for sale. which is for a lot of everything in that box I just haven't done. My fault, whatever, just how it is. Then I also released the day before on, was it Sunday or May? Yeah, I did it on Saturday. No, I finished it up on Sunday. Oh, fuck yeah. My gore grind, gore noise project, Mailday. I don't know. It doesn't have an actual pronunciation because it's an AI generated name. I thought that was funny, and I kept that with the song titles. But 20 song album, came out to be roughly 20 minutes. Really happy with how it came out. Didn't plan on doing another one so quickly. Just sort of like, no, I'm inspired. I want to do this, so let's go ahead and do it. I haven't even ordered the CDs for the first one, but I'm going to order both of those with the next Irregular Vibrations album. Going to be starting this month tracking for multiple different projects. I have this brand new one that kind of formed in mindset on Saturday, and I'm submitting the details of it basically today, having a couple other friends involved. Of course, Nick is going to be on it, good guitar, additional noise and stuff. My friend Mike Stitches, he's going to be doing some vocals on that. It's going to be, you know, pretty interesting. I'm trying to mix lowercase with power violence / tech death. It's going to basically come out sounding like Column of Heaven, which is the main influence. A little bit of Creationist Crucifixion. And I have a kind of a theme and idea for how to present the project and how to release it both digitally and physically. That way it's a bit more interesting and it pulls it different ways, because I only want to present it with the lowercase, which is like the soundscape or ambient noise layered in with the songs itself, kind of like what Column of Heaven does, but maybe on the physical releases or in certain ones where they're separated more stringently, or you can listen to it all as one big, like here, this is the album itself, but if you want to listen to it separately, here you go. You know, so you have that added benefit. I don't know, something that I was thinking about, just because I but the name presented itself while I was watching a horror movie with my wife, and I was like, no, this is too, it shouldn't have speak to me as greatly as it did. So I'll keep the name under wraps until it's actually released. That way someone else doesn't steal it beforehand. Not like it's going to make a difference or anybody's going to steal it, because there's not many people who watch this channel who gives a shit. Outside of that, I have drum tracks I'm going to be sending to Mike, and he's going to be doing some grindcore, chaotic material with that. It's going to be quite interesting. I like to see what his take is on some of my drum tracks, you know, doing it backwards. But that's also, I've done that for quite a few other bands, like Fermentation, for example. I pretty much got like, what do you want to hear, what type of beats, then wrote the drums myself, by myself, like nothing listening to, and went with that. Might be doing that again in the future for other projects, because I do like the process of, okay, here's the song structure itself, now make it interesting, which that's why it tends to lean more towards shorter songs where it's better, because I like to change up a lot. But with longer songs, you can always expand on it, doing different beats to the same riffs. So it's all up to interpretation, to how someone's mindset is and what they're going to be doing itself. Yeah, blah, blah, whatever. Other than that, this month, there's going to be another Boiled Tongue, of course. Probably around 50 songs. I was going to push towards 100 songs for every month, but it wasn't as satisfying to me writing. Just like, I have to get that 100 songs or that many songs, thinking that I have to get that many songs. I prefer more like, just want to do quite a lot of material, but I like spreading it out. Like I've been doing these last few months, where I've really been almost coming up with a new project every month and then really fucking aggressively attacking it because I'm inspired by doing so. Because I really feel getting more material out it's just satisfying to me, regardless if anybody likes it, regardless if anyone wants it. So there's that. But I'm going to be working on Great Depression. That is going to be a 100 song release. I have vocals to do for Thumper. I have vocals to do for the Hierarchies is done. So that I don't know when that's going to come out. A different death metal band, I think it's going to be Dusage, which is basically a pirate cutlass. French one, I want to say. But it's a death metal project with me and Nick. We're going to be recording another one in December. He's going to be coming out. We're also going to be tracking another Dwelling Below at that time. But that's in the future. I have vocals to track for that. I have vocals to track for the new Cave, the new Vertebrae Fetish Totem. I have a Ange de la Mort album that I need to track vocals for, a Macridia album that I need to do vocals for. It was right there on the tip of my tongue. But there's like 4 more albums that I definitely need to do vocals for and write lyrics and everything for. And that's usually the hang-up with a lot of my material. If I can't kind of come up with things spontaneously and I have a going theme with it, then it's a little bit more difficult to do. Also going to start tracking drums for the next Occult. I want to just be ahead of the game, even though the next one hasn't even came out because the vocals aren't done. I'm going to be tracking drums for the next Slog album. Thieves Landing is 8 songs deep. I'm going to do another 12 songs for that and go ahead and get the vocal or the lyrics ready for that album. That's going to be pretty awesome. Yes, Marcus. Also, I think this month, of course, A Casual Intrusion will be coming out. I think that is the 23rd. That's what I have in my head, but don't quote me on that. I don't know if there's another single that's going to be dropping soon, closer to release date. Also, Das Katchen. I've been tracking for that. I'm going to finish that up this month. But the tape version by Fiat Records will be coming out, I think, this week or next week. Not quite sure. Either way, definitely pick that up if you like, you know, some good fucking D-beat crust material. And the new album that I'm tracking currently is along the same lines. I'm shooting for 16 songs. I'm at 10 songs right now, so 6 more to finish up for that. Maggot Crown, I have 4 more songs to track. I'm going to start on the next Flittering album. And I have plans on doing a new Ishimura. I think I'm going to end up doing all the vocals for. I have some stuff that's supposed to be coming out with Krusty from Ultimate Weapon and Illich, but I'm holding off on it because he's supposed to be doing vocals for some other stuff. I think he was on Face of Collapse that Nick put out. I haven't talked to him in a while, so I'll find that out, see where things are, see if that grind material is going to, you know, on his plate or not. I know he's been looking for a job and had his second baby, so you know, just reach out just to make sure. I have Zombie Raiders that I need to finish. So that should be priority, or not priority. I should finish that this month just to get it done. And then I'll be moving on to, of course, 1,000 Cuts will be coming out this month. Probably roughly the same time. I haven't written anything for it, but usually by the time I finish one, I get inspired to start writing a couple of more songs, and then I taper off to go take care of other material, and then I get excited again, which probably will get me to start writing more thumper material, which I don't know if I will put out separately from the 60 songs I had planned for this first album, or start a second one just to put it on that one. I don't know. Who cares? I'm just going to be putting out stuff as much and as fast as possible because I can. I have a ton of also back catalog stuff that I need to do vocals on that hasn't been released just for those purposes. Like, I have a project that was 2 songs with the original guy that I did Maggot Crown with, where he did the solos, basically the lead guitar on that very first EP that I also did vocals on. And then I kind of changed it up once Justin joined. But we had another project called Hate Sacrament, and there was 2 songs, very technical death metal. I had to actually like divide parts up so I can track to it, but I have all this session there. I have the songs. It's a shame it's not released. Might as well put it out. Also, the last Defilement Archives, I think I'm going to put that out. Or the very first one. That was supposed to be with Dan, who used to be in Morgue Walker. His distorted bass grind material. Also was supposed to have the bassist from Internal Bleeding with him just doing vocals. He never got around to it. I ended up doing the vocals for it. Dan at that point has decided to disappear into obscurity. That's fine. I'm going to release it regardless. I'm taking the name. I have a new vocalist from Salvaged? Not Salvaged. Salon? Fuck. I am very sorry. So, I'm fucking up your band name. Tactic Annihilation did our very first split with his band. It was the very first split that his band had ever done. So, Unsalvation? I think that's what it is. My bad. Either way, he's going to be the new vocalist. I already have 20 new songs mimicking Dan's style, and I'm going to turn that into a long-standing project as well. I just need to get this first one out since Dan already did, material. It was pretty mixed down. It was pretty much ready. I don't know if you hear the plastic bags, but that's all my little boys. They discovered where all the plastic kitchen bags are, and now they love pulling them all out and throwing them on the ground. But anyway, I know I've rambled on way too long just going on about bullshit because I only had the one thing to talk about. So, appreciate it. Cheers. Pick up that Paranoid Schizophrenic. Check out some of the other projects I mentioned. Appreciate it. I'm going to be uploading even more material on here nowadays just because I can. A lot more guitar or bass tracking videos because I can. I'm going to start linking my drum tracking videos for my second channel, which is the Walking Blast Beat. Because I can. Either way, cheers.